Welcome everybody, we are here in the TQ Live LAN tournament hosted by eSpot Billiards and Arcades. This is going to be a lot of fun to witness. It is going to be our previous finalist from the last TQ Live LAN tournament. It's cSoAnemone. It used to be SCAnemone, but now he's cSoAnemone, going up against our very own tQSpeake. I am tQzander, and along with me is the lovely...
tQAtticus, and I'm glad to be here, Xander. And thanks again to eSpot Billiards and Arcade for sponsoring this. If you are in the Vancouver area, head out there, look them up. It is such a wonderful venue. We've got a video on the thread showing a tour of the place, and I am super jealous that absolutely nothing like that exists around here. If I could move to Vancouver and live there in a shack outside the building, I would.
It would definitely be worth partial homelessness to be able to go there every single day.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm envious. But it is a great tournament. Players like Nova Star Life are there right now. We got Terran apart, who's in the TQ Invitational. He's there right now. Players like Firezerg and Ganon have also been there in the past. It is so cool that they have the capability to go there and compete in these tournaments, which is just so cool. Star Life and Ganon in the very first TQ Live Land tournament, where it had an amazing finals and semifinals that everybody should watch.
hmm And now we see once again our own player tQSpeake. Always good to good. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and be biased. I do love Anemone, but he is our own clan member, so I think I've just got to root for a Speak here.
I'm gonna go ahead and lie and say that I'm impartial. Impartial. Apparently, I'm an impartial. It's
Partial.
it's worse than impartial, but better than being biased.
If you're impartial, I hear you're part of the odd religion of impartialism.
Okay.
hmm Yeah,
What's
that makes sense. So, gateway going down for Anemone and Speak. Just about now should be the times where, yep, Speak is scouting him.
yeah? Did Enemy just lose? Yeah, he lost his probe. This
I,
SCV over here has one kill.
yep, I believe he did.
That is rather unfortunate. Losing a scouting probe that early is really actually a very bad move psychologically, because you are just you're behind because of that. You're all of a sudden, by losing that scouting probe, you're like, oh god, what's going on? I don't know what he's doing. Is he throwing down a second racks? Is he throwing down the refinery? Is he going for an expo? I don't know. But it
Well,
is.
hopefully he doesn't freak out that much, but yeah, that's definitely not an advantage, and especially considering the fact that you pull the probe that could have been mining minerals only to have it scout nothing and then die. That's a clear disadvantage.
Yeah, and look at this, actually. Anemone seems to be going for the same build he was doing before, but Speak has an SCV in the base.
hmm
That has not been dealt with yet. I think it's the first Zealot. Yeah, it's the first Zealot coming out right now. So very late attacking units from Anemone right now. And actually, Speak is going to probably think that it was a Stalker coming out of the gateway, and he's actually fleeing his SCV that could actually escape from this Zealot very easily. And now,
yep, if he controls it, there you go.
there it is. He actually is really
Go scout with
vulnerable,
it.
but
Scout with it. Run, little SUV, run.
good. He sees the very early robo. We do have an observer coming out ASAP, so Anemone doing a little bit of a deviation from the last game, most likely because he lost that early scout. He feels pressured. He does not feel comfortable getting that Immortal ASAP. He wants to get that observer. He wants to know exactly what's going on, and he's going to be able to see that Speak is getting this natural expansion up.
Yeah, that's actually a disadvantage for Anemone, because just like you said, he's kind of fearing aggression, and with that early scouting dynamic that we saw earlier, that really allowed Speak to just expand comfortably, because he knew that his opponent would be a little bit thrown off, and so he can just expand, keep up an economic advantage, and not be too aggressive while making his opponent fear aggression.
Yeah, and if you look at this, in terms of attacking units, Anemone has none. He's really praying for passivity right now. He's going to see these four racks that are coming down, and he's going to know that he's got to start getting units ASAP, because really all he has a Zealot and a Sentry, and that is absolutely nothing that he can really use. And he's going to end up losing this SCV. Oh, the SCV
Oh
survives.
no.
Oh my god, that is terrible for Anemone. He is so well scouted right now that having that probe takes out the SCV. Very nice job, probe. And the probe is going to now throw down this robotic space. So Colossi Tech is coming out, and really Speak. I mean, Anemone's really being lucky at the fact that Speak is being passive.
hmm
If Speak had gone for attack, he could have gotten the win right there. Just having these 2 units, actually only 3 units attacking out. Three attacking units are out right now. We got the Sentry, the Zealot, and the Immortal. Anemone is very, very vulnerable right now.
Yeah,
Speak.
Anemone, as we can see, the robotics bay producing is going to switch into Colossi production. And just building sentries, still trying to stay passive and on defense, like you mentioned, because he knows that's where he needs to be right now.
Yeah, odds are he's just going to try and control this ramp. Get enough force fields out so he can endlessly force field it to get out the Colossi, because that's what he needs in order to defend himself right now. He needs the beefy DPS units, and he needs enough units to tank, but he does not have that capability right now. He will have it eventually, but not
Yeah,
yet.
hopefully he has it in time before these Marines and this Marauder break down the rocks and go into his main.
Yeah, and that's actually going to be a really vulnerable point for Anemone. He does have a pylon back here to spot, but he's not going to be able to see anything on the mini-map. He has to be looking at that directly in order to keep an eye on it.
Yep, here comes the Colossi.
Yeah,
I'm going to switch to Anemone's vision, and we'll see what he sees. He should be able to spot this aggression or hear it, but he doesn't yet.
It's just a matter of time. We do have a couple units pushing down the middle as well. We're going to have a dual prong attack, and that dual prong is actually going to be, or at least the southern prong is going to be scouted by this observer. So Anemone knows attack is happening at the front, but not the back. This could be terrible. A Speak can actually lure the units out in the natural expansion. He can move right into the main and destroy everything. The Colossi is there at the natural, and it's going to be so, so bad.
Yeah,
look at
he
this.
does not see this at all.
Yeah, and oh, look, the army's been completely drawn out from Anemone. Anemone sees these couple of Marines and Marauders and is feeling so good that he's going to pull out. But look at this, Speak coming in from the back door. Going to kill a lot of probes right now. You can see that 11 probes have gone down now. He could actually snipe. He's going to snipe the robotics bay before any extended thermal lance can be researched. Is he going to be able to take that out in time? It's going to be close. He is going to be able to do it. That's going down. Oh.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
very bad for Anemone, not to mention all the probe kills.
Yeah, so,
His only hope is to do some sort of damage with aggression here.
and I think that's what he's going to do. I think he's going to go down the back door himself.
Good decision. The quicker you can pull this aggression off, the better, because Anemone is not in a positive position right now. He needs to do damage.
Yeah, but this is actually going to be scouted immediately by Speak. If you look at the watchtower, both players are trying to get the vision on that watchtower so they can see if an attack is coming down. It will belong to Anemone in a moment, but this is a very key moment. Speak says, gotta get... Speak doesn't have a concave on that ramp. He's gotta...
Don't give up the ramp.
He can, yeah, if he does that, he's going to be in a very tough spot. But the more time goes by, the better it'll be for Speak. Speak does have Vikings out. 2 Vikings are out, and it's actually going to be enough to push back Anemone.
Yep. Seeing that Viking, he knows he has to retreat.
Yeah, the Vikings are doing a great job of that. So Anemone is in a little bit of a rough spot. He did he rebuild his? He did not rebuild the robotic space. Now he's going for Immortals, which is a very risky move. He's also in a Twilight Council. He might be skipping the Colossi completely, which is probably the right way to do it. You might want to do that a little bit sooner to get the Templar out, because right now he only has that 1 Colossi. But it's going to be good if he can force Vikings out from his Speak, which does seem that he's doing. As you can see that there are 4 Vikings with Speak's army that will be worthless once that Colossi goes down.
Yeah, he's really just deciding, or he's just really understanding that he needs a tech switch to be most effective. Producing Immortals because he really doesn't have anything else to produce while these other gateways are going up. Now looking like he's going to go gateway heavy with Templar.
Yeah, definitely. He does have enough gas to get a Templar Archives immediately. And if you look into Speak's base, he has reactored Vikings coming out. He is fearing Colossi like no other right now. He's got how many? He's got 6 Vikings on the field, and we actually have Charge being researched for Anemone. Anemone is going for the perfect army composition right now.
Yeah, really Speak, once he sniped that robotics base, should have cut back a little bit on the Viking production.
Yeah, but here we go. Good concave from him. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage. It kills that Colossus, and now he's got to realize that his Vikings are worthless. He's got to do some scouting, see what's going on. But right now, Anemone with a little bit of misplacement of the force field is going to allow a few units to actually sneak up. But that's going to actually allow a really great concave from Anemone, though Anemone's also blocking himself with those gateways. It's not very good.
Speak being a little over-aggressive there.
Yeah, but in a way, it didn't really hurt either player that much because both players were hurt by their positioning, so it's an even hurt. Yeah, and now Speak sacrifices a Viking.
Yep, and here comes Charge researching from him, and a lot of zealots coming in.
Yeah, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage with this charge. And, oh, that Wargate is actually going to get sniped down fairly quickly. Speak does have a very large food count. 138 to 100 is definitely in favor of Speak, but those charge lots are going to make it impossible for the retreat to come from Speak. Speak, where is the micro? There we go, kiting the units. Charge has completed, but Speak is controlling his army very well. Guardian Shield is now out. Speak's moving around, getting a good concave, going to be able to snipe a lot of stuff. Anemone's Immortal is not doing anything in the background, but this is... Oh, Speak, you're going to... Oh, God, that was so in favor of Anemone. Anemone doing a lot of damage. The charge lot's just saving him in that battle.
Yeah, the tech switch to Charge lots really just saved his game right there.
Yup. And now, but the thing is, there's no Templar Archives for Anemone. So within all this, Speak now has a command center almost completed. He's gonna be able to get a third base up, and he's still very ahead in the food count, 111 to 86, a little less than before, but still, Anemone is doing well in tech. If he can keep his tech advantage and get another base or two up, he should be okay.
Yeah, and still being good about pro production. This is really Speak's game to lose now.
Yeah, we gotta see how these guys are gonna control this. Speak does actually get a good timing on that watchtower to actually see this big force coming in. He has no bunkers up. Oh, he's gonna try and get a good concave to head off the attack. Is he?
Now, I don't really agree engaging charge
Oh,
lots in the open like this, but here we
that's
go.
yeah. Here goes. Stim's going down. He does have medevacs that will help him a lot. Going to split off his army fairly well, but there are a lot of forces in the field. But good concave is actually allowing him to do a lot of damage. Pick off these sentries. Oh, that is key. Anemone cannot afford to lose those force fields. Those guardian shields, they are so important. And now Speak is just going to chase down this army and do a lot of damage and snipe the immortal. This is actually going to be, this is it for Anemone. Anemone
Yeah,
cannot recover from this. Speak is just doing too well with this macro.
a very critical error. The macro of Speak just completely outclassing him. Loading up, he's going to elevate her into the main.
Oh, that's going to be so deadly to deal with. And still, the Templar Archives is only now going down. It's not going to be able to do enough. Speak is just be able to drop down his units, not even control them, stims them, and just to take down all those gateway units and push the front at the same time. And there is GG from Anemone.
Yeah, that first battle at the ramp really delayed Templar tech.
Yeah, and that was so key. We're going to be able to move on to game number 2 now.